us Christians, oh, preserve for many years.
So an update on our new church progress this week. The drywall folks are almost done. They need another 2 or 3 days, maybe for a little bit more sanding. They've already put many coats on the seams. It's looking really good. And then we'll be talking about painting. I'd like to get the kitchen and the trapeza painted this week. So if you can help with that, let me know. We need to put plastic down on the floors and tape around the edges and get that painted. And if we get that done, we'll move over to the educational wing and get that painted. More than likely, we'll hire some painters to paint the nave, 20 foot up in the ceiling and such. Let professionals do that. But we can move along, and then the kitchen cabinets will be coming soon. And the pump guys came this week and installed the pump in the well and finished running the water line into the well. They were like 20 foot short last time. They had to leave space to get the well truck in there. So when they go to set the pump, they dig the ditch and finish putting the line in. And so they set the tank. The tank is in the closet in the kitchen, and they hooked the electrical wire up to it. I didn't have the breaker turned on. Maybe they turned it on, I don't know. They kind of helped themselves. Thanks be to God. It's looking good. The sidewalk guys put in 1 day. They got called out for something else, but they'll be back and hit it hard this week. I look for them to start pouring Wednesday or Thursday, God willing, to get the sidewalk started. So it's a lot of sidewalk, you know, all the way around the building. We're pouring 5 foot all the way around the building, 6 foot on the front, which is fairly wide. I do more, but it kind of throws everything out of proportion, and it costs money. But anyway, 5 foot's a pretty good sidewalk around the building. And then we got the outside work done this week, as far as we put up the 2 motion lights we had wired, and we put all the outside receptacles up, and we put the egress lighting up, which those little plastic LED lights you have to put and tie into your exit signs, that in the event of a power failure will put a little bit of light on the outside. And of course they were eggshell white, so I had to try to paint them brown to kind of match the siding. But are you getting excited yet? Things are coming along. I know some of y'all went out there last Sunday and made some echoes from the choir loft, and we're pressed on. We get the walls painted, and we'll get things sealed off and see if we can get the floor stained. And I've already mapped out how to install the altar floor. I've got that figured out. That's what we need to order. So things are moving along. So plenty of time to volunteers. If you can get in there this week, let me know. We'll get some supplies, some plastic and some tape, and get moving along. We don't want to get paint on the floor, so we'll have to make sure you don't have paint on the bottom of your shoe. That kind of happens with me when I paint. I get paint everywhere, so it'll be on the plastic. I'll step on the plastic, then go walking out to the place. So, yes, ma'am.
Just a thought: if anyone has the not just the plastic, but the canvas type ones, it dries quicker on there, so you don't track it around as much.
Track it around.
Even if we had a double layer, that'd be great.
Well, we can put
a lot of people have them, a lot of people don't. So.
Yeah, it takes a lot. It's a lot of building. It's a lot of drywall in there. Have you seen how much sheetrock's in there? Could you imagine painting all that by yourself? Whew. My goodness, they've already had to go out and order 3 times now because they miscalculated the amount of sheetrock. But anyway, they're close. There's 2 pieces missing up in the mezzanine, which is where their air conditioning and the heating system goes. So you normally wouldn't notice that, but it's coming along. The stair rails are ready to install. He wants to get ahead of the paint. We'll see whether or not he gets that in there or not. I'm not going to hold off for him, so he needs to get busy. And we'll keep pressing on. Glory to God. Father Jonah Campbell came last Sunday night. He owns Damascene Gallery. We went out there Monday morning, looked around, and kind of confirmed the paint colors that he foresaw us using, as well as Father Victor Potapov and his instructions when he visited a couple of weeks ago. And our architect said we got a good idea of where we need to be color-wise. The ceiling would be multiple shades of blue. The very top would be a very light blue. Then you come down, it'd be a little bit darker, just as you're looking up at the sky. And then there'd be an antique white on the walls at this point. Probably go ahead and stay that color in the trapeza. And I guess the kitchen, unless somebody tells me to paint it something different, but I think probably stay standard, the classrooms and all that as well. When we get the bathrooms going, painted, and we start to put drop ceilings in, and we'll just move along, right? A lot of opportunity. Max is leaving. He's not going to be helping. He's going to Belarus to see some girl. I don't know. Talk to him about that. To meet her parents. Okay. There you go. There's a wedding announcement mounted in the narthex by the calendar. No, he hadn't announced that yet. Reader John and Genevieve have announced the date of their wedding. And so we'll keep that under prayers, and we'll press on. Any commemorations this day, names, days, anniversaries, travelers? There we go.